Hey guys, this is Xavier with Gotta Be Mobile. This is an LG G3. We're at a tech event here in San Francisco, so we're getting some hands-on time, taking some sample photos and checking out this device. It's a really nice Android phone. Has a pretty nice finish to it. One thing you'll notice about this is that this phone is almost all display. The display is almost twice as big as an iPhone, so if you stack up an iPhone on top of it, it just looks so tiny, like the actual surface area of the phone. And if you compare it to a couple of our other favorite phones, including the HTC One and the Galaxy S5,
either way,
you'll see that there's just a lot less junk on the front of the phone. So you'll see that there's just a small logo down here and a small bezel, whereas the HTC One, you've got the speaker, which we love, but you've also got the HTC logo, and then you have the soft touch button. So you actually have to get quite a ways up on this device until you get into the natural part of the display, and it makes a big difference here. The Galaxy S5 got the same issues in terms of how much of the display is usable. So you'll see that up at top, there's quite a big gap between the edge and the top of the usable display. So Samsung says LG says there's about 76% of the front of this device is display, and it looks like it's even more. Really nice device. It's got a metallic back. I really like that compared to the GS5, which is all plastic. It's not quite as well built as the HTC One, however. The HTC One, as I've said repeatedly, is the best built smartphone in the Android marketplace right now, and this doesn't actually come close. Now, there's one thing that the LG G3 definitely has over the HTC One, and this is a 13 megapixel camera. We've only got a 4 megapixel camera here, and this one has a really cool feature, which is a laser beam that actually helps focus the camera super fast in less than 300 milliseconds. You'll notice on the back of the phone there's more stuff on it compared to the standard smartphone. You have a volume rocker button. This is also the button to lock or turn on your phone. You have a dual LED flash, and right here is a laser beam for the autofocus system and the 13 megapixel camera. This is an optical image stabilization system, so it'll take care of a little bit of camera shake. Now, there's one thing on this phone that we like but won't be coming to the US, and that is an antenna. If I can get my fingernail under here, you'll see that there's this antenna that slips out from the top, and this antenna is actually for over-the-air television, but that's not going to come to the US. That's only going to be in markets where it's available, such as Korea. Overall, very nice device. It's not perfect, just like any device. There's also always flaws. In this case, not crazy about the build quality compared to the HTC device. It's not waterproof or water resistant like the GS5 is. So if you go inside of the device, you'll see that the SIM card is exposed. There's no gaskets on the back edge. In the GS5, it is water resistant because the ports are sealed, so you get like a flap over the USB port. If you open up this phone, which I'm probably not going to be able to do with one. Let's try to open this one up. There we go. You'll see that there's a gasket that runs along the edge of the electronics to protect them. So you can actually dunk this GS5 in a swimming pool or a bathtub for a little while, and it stands up just fine to water splashes. Unfortunately, we don't have this here. Now, there does look like there's some kind of protection down here, but I'm just not sure if we're protected up here on this edge. So this is an LG G3. Really solid looking device. The display is absolutely gorgeous. It's something that you won't come across in this video if you're watching this on a phone or most desktops. Very high pixel density, and it is really a killer feature of this phone. If you go into some of the pictures I was snapping just a minute ago, to see if there's what else there is. For example, this still life, and the amount of detail that you see in this is just crazy. I really like this phone. At the beginning of the year, I was pretty happy with the HTC One over here, but as time goes on, I think I'm going to pick up this device. This is an LG G3, and this is the latest and greatest smartphone from LG.